core network we have finished, and after that we will write down the features of R99. You can write subheading. Actually, it's this main features of R99. Main features of R99 architecture. Main features of R99 architecture. Number one, support inter-system handover. Support inter-system handover between inter-system handover between GSM and UMTS. That means if this user equipment is moving into a region which is covered by this one but not covered by this, if 3G coverage is not there, all will be handed over to GSM network for 2G coverage. So that is seamless. Automatically it should happen. And other way around, it can hand over but only for the voice, not for the data. That means a 2G phone can be handled by a 3G network, but data services may not be fully supported, except basic service. But 3G specialized data services you can't support. So that is system to system handover between GRAN and UTRAN. People should be able to hand over the communication if the other system is not covered. Areas where 3G coverage is not there, normally 3G coverage is in the centers. When you go into suburbs or rural areas, you might not find 3G coverage, but your 3G phone can be connected with the 2G network. Even if you are on a call, when you cross the boundary from 3G to 2G, call will be handed over to 2G network. 2G, this access network will take over. Okay, that's one main feature in R99. Number two, why is that important, that feature? Otherwise, customers will be a big problem otherwise. Number two, enhance security and charging procedure. Security and charging procedure. Number three, transcoders within the TRAU transcoders are placed in the core network side. Transcoders are placed in the core network side. This is the core network side. Number 5. Number 4. UTRAN allows higher data rate over WPDMA AI interface. Higher data rate over the WPDMA AI interface. Number 5, both macro and micro diversity. Both macro and micro diversity. Both macro and micro diversity are supported by UTRAN. Supported by UTRAN. Those are the main features. One feature was security, so we'll look at what are the security features. Number 3 we wrote enhance security. So we'll write a subheading under there. Subheading now. Subheading security in UMTS. security in UMTS. And the need is obvious, isn't it? Because you are now connected to internet. Your network is connected to internet, and anybody can come to the internet and attack it. Right? So the security threat for the network has increased, and the security threat for the users also have increased, because the internet reaches up to the user. So through your network, attacks can go up to the user also. Internet is a dangerous place. The moment you connect to the internet, you are open for attack. So therefore, security net features will have to be enhanced. Right. Need for security has increased. Need for security has increased in UMTA. Mainly because of the use of IP and the connection to the external IP network. Following are the user requirements. Following are the user requirements of security, user requirement of security over the AR interface. Number one, privacy. Users require privacy. Number two, authentication. They need the network to be authenticated. Authentication. Authentication, AU. You have to remember the spelling. Authentication means AU, CHENCICATION. Authentication. 3. Integrity of the voice and data. Integrity means there should not be damage. Okay? Integrity of voice and data of the user. He doesn't want his data or voice to be damaged by attack. Number 4. Network availability and reliability. Network availability and reliability. Number 5, visibility. Visibility here means that user wants the new security measures you implement to be informed. Visibility means all security measures you implement, you have to inform the user. Okay, these are secure channels, these are not kind-wise. He needs advice from the operator. That is called visibility. You can write within bracket. This means that user wants to know the new security measures being taken by the operator, being taken by the operator. Let us look at what the GSM system offers as security. You might remember GSM system did the authentication of the user. User has to identify himself before connecting to the network. How do we do that? Using the SIM.
Right? The SIM has algorithm to do that. So network will verify that you are you before giving the service to you. Right? GSM already had it. And GSM already had verification of as feature in order to encrypt. If you want encrypted voice, that is also available in Google. But it's a network feature. That means you have to request from the operator you want secure communication. Then operator will allow it as a feature. And the SIM card has various other features of identifying you. But now the 3G has come, user needs more security. Earlier security was for the network to be sure, operator to be sure that a wrong user is not taking the service. But now that the user himself is liable to be attacked by a attacker, user wants to authenticate the network. Earlier network wanted to authenticate the user. Now user might say, okay, I want to authenticate your network. I am not sure whether I am being attacked. So this time in 3G, authentication is two-way, not one-way. User has to make sure that this is the correct network. Network has to make sure that this is the correct user. Because otherwise you can have man-in-the-middle attacks where base station can be simulated. For example, there are gadgets which you can plug onto your laptop and you can operate some software which simulate a base station here. So suppose I run that, I have that gadget. If I operate my laptop here, all your mobile communication sets will be connected to my laptop, not the base station. And then I can simulate the commands of the command through my laptop similar to the command coming from the base station. Asking for your temporary identities, this and that, and keep collecting everything. After that, I can simulate access to the real base station and pretend to be you. So your mobile phone will never know. I can rob all the data from your mobile phone, all the information like passwords and everything. That's it. Because when the base station asks, the mobile phone gives, thinking that it is a real base station. But it's a false base station that I am running. So that is called man-in-the-middle attack. Therefore, user mobile phone will now want the network to be authenticated. So two-way authentication is introduced in the third generation. Okay? And there is another threat now called social engineering. Social engineering means there are companies or people who keep collecting the information of what are your communicators, but in order to find what are your needs. So they just monitor the numbers you called and the website you access, and then identify your needs, and then give it to the manufacturers or marketing companies, and they market relevant products to you after that. So social engineering. There is good side as well as bad side in that. It's not completely bad because sometimes it's good for the user to have given the advertisement or something that he wanted, but at the same time sometimes it's not needed by the user. So users may complain. So for all these reasons, the users want to authenticate the network first. Okay? So let us first write what are the features GSM has. After that we will write what are the features that have been enhanced by the 3G. Then we know the difference. Right? The GSM system had following security measures. Number one, authentication of the user. Authentication of the user. Number two, encryption of communication. Encryption of communication over the air interface. Over the air interface. Encryption of communication over the air interface. Number three, use of TMSI. I hope you remember that. Temporary Mobile station identity, CMSI, instead of what? Instead of IMEI, International Mobile Station Identity Number, instead of IMEI number. It never transmits your IMEI number over the air. Instead, the temporary number was given. I think we discussed that in the GSM discussion. So these were the 3 security features implemented by GSM. Now, what are the new threats that have come in addition to this? Let us make a list. Second, right? Now, a set of threats has increased. Set of threats has increased in UMTS. First one, the threats consist of number 1, social engineering. Maybe you can write 1 or 2 examples under that. One is that if I do social engineering by entering into your system, I can find out where you were last night. How do I find out? Because all your movements get recorded in the VLRM itself. So, for the last month, where you went, at what time you were there, can be found from the cellular network. Cellular network is not to track you actually. Its purpose is not that. But tracking information is already there, getting recorded. Therefore, we can find. But I'm sure you don't want that, do you? A lot of people don't want them to be tracked like that. Right? Then they lose their freedom. So that's one part of social engineering. With the cellular network, tracking is easily possible. Maybe you never knew. Taking the cellular phone with you is a bit dangerous. Because basically everybody knows where you are if they want to. Although it's illegal to give, the operator knows exactly where you are, at least to the close proximity. And illegal to give it out. But illegal things happen. So if someone wants to access that information, there are ways. So that's one part of social engineering. Second is all the websites you went through. There are software which classify all the websites. What are the categories? What are the products you are interested? So they make database. So that's called social engineering. And some companies do that and sell that information to other companies who need it. Especially marketing companies who need to market products are looking for it. And recently there was a law case against Google. But it was unintentional. Finally, they escaped from that. Some Facebook information or something that it has leaked to some social engineering company outside. And they were investigating how did that happen. Because your credit card numbers and everything will be there. More you work with the network, more likely that you may be caught in a scandal like this. Okay, so you can write examples of social engineering. Examples, tracking people. Tracking people is one. Identifying their patterns of social behavior. Identifying their patterns of social behavior. Tracking online purchases. Tracking online purchases. Credit card payments, etc. Credit card numbers, etc. Within brackets for malicious purpose. For malicious purpose. Because there is a good side of social engineering as well. Malicious means the bad side. For malicious purpose. With a bad purpose. So with UMTS it has enhanced because you can even be tracked. Your physical location can be tracked. The sectors in 3G are very close. And sometimes 3G base station covers only a small number of houses. So therefore, to a very close proximity, we can find where you are. Maybe not pinpoint, but with some triangulation software today, you can find a few meters. In UMTS is also sector, but there is a new software called triangulation software. In 3G phones it is there. 3G phones is there, and your location is indicated to you. So same way, your location is indicated to the mobile operator if he has triangulation software, because your transmissions are normally taken by one base station, but other base station also receive it because it's the same frequency. Everybody operates in the same frequency. Therefore, other base stations can also monitor. That information can be obtained by that software, and then you can be tracked by the operator to a very close proximity, few meters. Anyways, my phone has an application which tracks me to within about 10 meters with the map. So my phone shows I am in Sumangala and right in this classroom now if I activate. But if the phone has that, the mobile operator can have better software at least. The phone is running a small software. Mobile operator will know better where I am than I know. 3G phones, these applications are bad. So that means new openings for the social engineering. Earlier it was not there. With the GSM you can't track like that. Provided you are within the 3G coverage. If you are within the GSM coverage, it is not that accurate. Few tens of meters, maybe 100 meters. 3G coverage you can. I think that can be okay. But operator will not give it to outside. But their triangulation software can do it. Okay. If you don't want to be located, you can use your phone at home. Okay. Well, these are things that this is not intended use, but unintentionally this has become possible.
That time we are one rectangle, check the area and moving to different and make everything goes and try to identify the
Yeah.
There's the other solution. The problem is due to the variation of the area, the receiving of this one.
Interference.
Within the
propagation special effects are there. There can be special regions where accuracy is not that high. If you are in a built-up area, your accuracy is
high.
The accuracy is not same everywhere. Actually, it varies from place to place. Some places very accurately located, some places are not that accurately located. That's normal according to the location of your base station. So sometimes it may be 1 meter accuracy, sometimes it may be 10 meter accuracy. But for tracking, even 10 meter accuracy may be good enough. 10 meter means you may be in the living room of the home or you may be in the kitchen. Doesn't matter, right? So you are at home. So therefore that accuracy may be good enough for most tracking purposes. Okay, number 2. unauthorized access to data. Unauthorized access to data. Third one, unauthorized access to the services. Unauthorized access to the services. Fourth one, threat to the integrity of the user traffic. Threat to the integrity of the user traffic. For example, it strikes me with a little error here. My phone says I am on the other side of the door. You can pass it. So, little error. But it locates me not in Sumangala but just on the other side of this door. So, this is little software running in the phone, but there is very accurate software called triangulation software with the location engine of the operator. No, this is not GPS. My phone doesn't have GPS. This is completely located by 3G service, 3G base station. GPS can locate you maybe better, but you don't need GPS for to be tracked to the sector. Yeah, that's how this does it. This is reading the base station GPS location and then finding out where it is and triangulating. So it's a software calculator. And it is connected to the Google, so it takes the Google map and put this on top of that to give you the location. You can see the Google map. Okay. And you can enhance it by pressing 1 or 3. 1 or 3, you can zoom. Okay, so what I am trying to say is that if the user has this capability, higher capability is there with the operator to know where I am. My operator will know I am at Sumangala, but from this software I can't say I am on the other side of this road according to that. Okay, next one. Threat to the integrity of user traffic. Threat to the integrity of the user traffic. Threat to the integrity of the user traffic. Next one, DOS. I think we studied what DOS means and data form in diploma. Denial of service. Denial of service. So they are called DOS attack, DOS attack. Next one, spoofing attack. Spoofing, SPOOFIA, spoofing attack. Next one, repudiation. You can refer to the data from notes for this. Repudiation. Did we write 7? 7. Yeah. Right. Okay. So one new line is there. These security threats. Now make the 3G user more vulnerable. 3G user more vulnerable to attack. More vulnerable to attack. Example, an attacker may simulate a false node B. An attacker may simulate a false node B, that means false base station, false node B, and get connected to a UE. UE thinks it is the real base station. UE thinks it is the real base station. New paragraph. To overcome from the security threat. To overcome from the security threat. Following are the security measures. Following are the security measures taken in UMTA. Number 1, use of temporary identity. Use of temporary identity. That was done in GSM also, right? Use of temporary identity. Number 2, mutual authentication of both the user and the network. Mutual authentication of both the user and the network. Both the user and the network. Under that you can write GSM had one-way authentication. GSM had only one-way authentication. Only one way. Now underline mutual authentication. That means network should authenticate the user should authenticate the network. So each party is authenticating the other party to make sure that you are getting connected to the correct base. Number 3, RAN encryption, WAN encryption. And that you can write wireless transmission is encrypted. Wireless transmission is encrypted to ensure privacy and integrity of data. To ensure privacy and the integrity of data. Underline privacy, underline integrity. Number 4, protection of signaling integrity. Protection of signaling integrity in UTRAN. Signaling integrity in the UTRAN. Under that, this ensures availability, reliability, ensure availability, reliability and the security of the network. And the security of the network. It is now, why do we protect the signaling protocol? Encrypt the signaling protocol? Because an attacker can attack the signaling network and damage the network, not the user. So the network might come to a halt. So for example, a smart attacker can jam the whole 3G network of an operator by attacking. Network will go down. And maybe with a malicious purpose, because he might want the network not to be there for some other purpose, for a moment. And he might attack and destroy the network operation for a moment. Those are possible. Therefore, 3G UMTS network has their signaling network. Signaling protocol also includes, also protect. So that no one can easily attack the signal. Signaling means who is trying to get connected to where. You have to inform the network. Now when you are dialing a number, you have to inform a network. But for example, suppose I want to jam, I can simulate lot of dialing by a computer with a little UMTS card. I can continuously dial one call after other, simulating large number of phones. So network may be overloaded, thinking that these are multiple phones, not one phone. So that sector might be overloaded. So those are practical possibilities with the introduction of data network. Power controller, it may not be data. Interference can be done by jamming the radio signal itself. So in WCDMA, the signal levels are low. Suppose you transmit a wideband jamming signal, WCDMA carrier can be jammed without attacking it. It's a different kind of attack because it is not at the software level, it is at the hardware level. Software level attack, you have to get the access to the signaling. For example, if I break into signaling network of the operator, I can track a person and find out to whom he is calling right now. Because the signaling information he originates is coming to the VLR. And if I can attack VLR, I can get all that info. While the VLR is going on without stopping it, you can find who calls whom. They have to investigate. Other people can't investigate. Problem is DRC don't have equipment to investigate WCD. So they will just log on, but I don't think they have the technology to find out. But if it is not WCDMA, normal interference they can find. They are really capable of that. WCDMA, I don't think they won't get it at the moment. Wideband jammers are required, not the normal jammers. Normal jammers can't jam, but there are wideband jammers. That means wide spectrum is generate noise. So that is possible. Okay, anyway, maybe you are too excited because you didn't know that you could be attacked. And especially these new young people who know a lot about protocols can break into a network now. So cellular network is just like another computer network now. If a computer network can be hacked, why not the cellular network? It should be able to be hacked. So therefore all these possibilities open out now. That's why the designers have thought of all this. So they are encrypting the signaling information also to be safe.
Some other countries using CDMA mobiles also. But if DRM wasn't giving permission to use CDMA mobile, reason behind that? There is another reason.
Not giving the permission for CDMA.
Yeah.
It is mainly an economic reason, not technical. In Sri Lanka, CDMA mobiles are not allowed, mainly because CDMA is promoted by the government as a solution to this loop problem. So that until enough number of connections have been given by the wired operators, so wireline operators, CDMA will not be allowed for wireless operators, wireless in the sense mobile operators. Otherwise, mobile operators will also grab that market, so that the outside people will be, their connections will be still delayed. So it is mainly for that policy of making sure that people who didn't have the loop earlier get the CDMA connections by the fixed operator. So when the government achieves that target to some extent, they will make it unified license. Unified means they will combine the license.
2006, around that period, until people were done some sort of wireless CDMA mobile private. I was being there with the boy people using only there we have to use the telephone and check the drive test, no?
No, not very necessary. For the drive test, operator can get permission to use any phone.
No, they use for the downward prices for mobile CDM.
Mobile CDMA is a standard technology. Yes, mobile CDMA is a standard technology. It can be used here, except that the government, it is again the government policy. Government policy is that CDMA should be used to overcome this loop problem that people have. But in developed countries, mobile CDMA is not used for that purpose. No? It is for the convenience of it. But in Sri Lanka, government has decided more than the convenience of people who are living in the cities. Government has to look after for people who are in the rural areas. The government has decided to use CDMA for that purpose. Reason was the operators promised that annually they will give so many rural connections, but they fail. They never give that many rural connections. There is a requirement at least 10 to 15% of their connections must be rural. But no operator does it. Operators normally give connections to people who are in the city. They continue to do it. And government is very worried about it. And that is why the government has taken this project. Otherwise, the mobile CDMA technology will also be used to give the same set of people new connection, which is not serving the government purpose.
Earlier days, they are certain jobs for the CDMA from a particular region. Now they are working for a particular region. So that region, you can use that phone. Earlier days, you can use the email.
Yes, because of the government policy. It is not a technical reason. Now, still you are confused, I suppose. You think that the mobile CDMA is not possible in Sri Lanka. It's possible. Possible. It is a policy decision. It's a policy decision. It's like a government can have a policy that all European castes are not allowed to import to Sri Lanka. Something like that. It's a government policy for a purpose. Purpose is not an engineering purpose. Purpose is a social purpose. What is the purpose? There should not be a big disparity between people who are living in cities and people who are living in rural areas. If that disparity builds up, what happens? After about 10 to 15 years, there will be a riot. There will be a riot and it will destroy the city also. So the government does not want a big disparity between people living in different areas. So that's the purpose. It's a social purpose. So don't confuse it with engineering. It's not engineering. Otherwise, overnight an operator can introduce a new service to government alone. Okay. Coming back to this. Now we have seen new security threats are possible. In fact, all the security threats you have studied under Datacom are now possible in the UMT. Therefore, UMTS designers in R99 they came up with this list. These things, last few things I gave you are the measures taken against these security threats. Right, so new features of R99 are these. Very expensive. It will be left if we will do next time. But let's see is the protocol. So we have to draw a protocol diagram for the user equipment and the notebook. If we will do next time and see. Today we start. Thank you very much.
Baik, kita. Nah, mantap.